Hi friends! We often say that some of us are lucky because they have succeeded in different spheres of life. Though, according to the latest studies, luck is not something supernatural, but is a very real situation, which can lead to a person's way of thinking and his specific actions. Stephen Hales, a professor of philosophy at the University of Bloomsburg, recently published a study showing that luck is associated with an optimistic mindset. The philosopher is convinced that more optimistic people find luck even in negative moments, and pessimists from the beginning pay attention only to failures. Scientists also add that happy people generate their own temperament using 4 basic principles. They can create and notice random opportunities, make good decisions by listening to their own intuition, create prophecies that are realized through positive expectations, and perceive bad moments as successful. And our today's story is about the luckiest man in the world, Bill Morgan. He not only managed to survive after a serious car accident, but gained more than he could ever expect. And before we move forward, don't forget to rate this video with your likes and subscribe to our channel. By the way, I see all your reactions to our videos, and I'm very thankful for every like, every comment, and every subscription. It all started not too happily. In 1999, 37-year-old Bill Morgan was a truck driver, living in a trailer in Australia. That's when he got in a pretty bad accident. He was taken to the intensive care unit in a critical condition. Miraculously, even the doctors could not believe that he had survived. But the unexpected happened in the hospital. Medication he was given during his recovery resulted in him having an extreme allergic reaction that ultimately caused his heart to stop. Morgan's clinical death lasted for 14 minutes, and only in the 15th minute his heart reacted to the actions of the doctors and began to beat again. Very often, in such cases, irreversible changes occur in the brain, but no one could tell whether Bill had those changes or not, since he was in a coma. Once his heart began to beat, he was in a coma for 12 long days. At this time, the family was repeatedly asked to turn off the artificial life support system because the probability of death of brain cells at the time of clinical death was very high. Relatives were ready to make such a terrifying decision, but on the 13th day, Bill not only came to his senses, but also was getting better every day. Moreover, the most surprising thing was the regular functioning of all the organs. Contrary to all known scientific facts, Bill Morgan came out of a coma absolutely without any damage to internal organs. The catastrophe, heart attack, doctor's mistakes did not harm the health of the strong Australian. Bill Morgan is the lucky one who was given the second chance in life. And after experiencing clinical death, Bill realized that he needed to change his life completely. Mr. Morgan decided not to be involved in the trucking business anymore and found another job. He also accomplished what he had not dared to do for a long time. Having asked his girlfriend Lisa Wells for a date, he proposed to her with a ring. It seemed like he received enlightenment after the catastrophe and finally realized the meaning of his life. Bill was definitely on cloud 9 when his beloved one agreed to marry him. It was the happiest day of his life. There is no doubt that Bill felt lucky. Things were getting better every minute. He went from nearly losing it all to gaining more than he could ever imagine. But he didn't know that it was only the beginning of his lucky journey. Later on, he decided to celebrate the beginning of his new life, and, in honor of his luck, he bought a lottery ticket. It was an instant lottery. After rubbing the protective layer with a coin, Bill Morgan discovered that he became the owner of the main prize, a car. The cost at the time of the winning is about $17,000, and it was very good money for Australia in the late 90s. And since Mr. Morgan was recently clinically dead within 14 minutes, the local media in Melbourne decided to interview the man. For a joke, during filming, one of the operators offered to demonstrate how everything happened and buy another lottery ticket of the same instant lottery. The journalist asked Mr. Morgan if he would mind to replay the plot of that day. That is, the man buys the same lottery ticket and then depicts joyful surprise from winning a car and says to the camera something like, "I just won the car." Bill didn't mind. He just bought an ordinary lottery ticket in front of the camera. Morgan began to diligently rub the ticket and suddenly changed his face. In a state of mild shock, he babbled, "I just won $250,000. I'm not kidding. Please stop filming." It looked like a joke, but the man's condition convinced everyone that he was telling the truth. Needless to say, the journalist received sensational material during filming, and Mr. Morgan was so worried that it seemed that he might have a second heart attack. The new win really scared him, and he immediately announced that he never plans to buy lottery tickets and rely on luck again. The Australian said that after the accident, he dreams of only one thing: a quiet life with his beloved. He immediately called his future wife and said that he had won the lottery again and could now buy the house they dreamed of. So who knows? Was it a destiny sign for Bill? Or maybe it was just his optimistic mindset after surviving in a car accident. Anyway, luck has turned Bill's life upside down, and he will definitely always remember his life's present.